Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. I am doing really good. It's some gorgeous weather that we are having here right now. So I'm definitely loving that. One of my favorite seasons, which is fall. Looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. I hope everyone is doing okay throughout the country, throughout the world, throughout the listening space and viewing of this podcast episode. Thank you for taking the time to listen to what I want to talk about and check out my podcast. I truly thank you for that. Just so you guys know, on the link, I will actually have where you can follow and share comments and subscribe. So please do so. Please let me know what you're thinking. And to the people in the back, hello, welcome. Thank you for checking out Brown King Production. That is myself, the Brown King, who bringing this content to you and who's always bringing it to you once a week. This is something fairly new on this side of doing things, but I've actually been doing recordings on Facebook, TikTok, all of that good stuff, all of the other platforms. Now I'm just kind of bringing everything together so I can be able to talk to talk about different topics with you guys and just share what I think about things that are going on today. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. The topic that I want to talk to today, talk to you guys about this week, I should say, is being a black man here in this country that's married, which is a blessing in itself. I'm thankful that I'm able to live in a place where same-sex marriages are able to happen. Last time I checked, I think it was the Human Rights Campaign. About 32 countries still, as of now, is allowing same-sex marriages to happen. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Only thing that we want as gay individuals, as gay citizens of this country, is the right to be able to marry who we want. Same as our heterosexual counterparts, we want to be able to show our love and have a ceremony and coming together and building our family, like others are able to do so. But I want to take the time because it's close to me because I'm actually this week, me and my husband celebrating our first anniversary, our first year anniversary, and I just want to kind of, share our story with you guys. And if you've heard it before, I'm sharing it again. So you get to hear it again. And just what I have learned along the way. Because let me tell you something, marriage is not for the faint at heart. I will tell you that. And I wish everybody the opportunity to be able to go into that union. But I understand it may not be for everybody. But love itself is truly amazing, and being able to find that special one to be able to share your life with is incredible, and I wish that for any and everyone. Okay. Um, I just want to give a brief definition, and yes, I have my glasses on because I have to do a little bit of reading. Okay, just a little bit, and then they're probably going to be coming off. And this is one of seven different pairs of glasses that I have. So like I said, some people switch up their hair. I switch up my glasses because my hair is underneath this good skin that I have. So but yeah, I switched up the glasses. But what I've learned about love, a definition that I take to heart with me, and I've learned along this journey of life for my 45 years of being on this earth is um, love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy or boast, it is not arrogant or rude, it does not insist on its own way, it is not irritable or resentful, it does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoice with the truth. And that is from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 and 7. Like I said, that is my definition of love. And everyone has their own different definitions of what they think love is or what loves mean to them. Um, my story with Charles, and I'm going to share, I'm going to be honest with you. When I met Charles, um, there was a lot of work that I had to do personally for myself. And just to give you a backstory on me, I have spent half of my life in relationships with men, some interracial. Um, I've learned from all of them. When I say I've learned from all of them, I've learned the lesson that I needed to learn because I didn't want to repeat the same relationship. And I had to pick the good and the bad and learn from all of that because I didn't want to repeat those same behaviors again. But for me, it was a lot of self love that I didn't have for myself, that made me make the choices that I made. But when I got to my relationship with Charles, and we have been together, we're celebrating our year anniversary this week. Um, we met, and within a few months, I knew I was going to marry him. I knew, yes, I knew I was going to marry him. I actually told him, I said, "You're going to be my husband." And we had both, the way that we kind of met was we met on a social media app, on a dating app, actually. Um, we had both been through a lot for as relationships, and we really wasn't looking for a relationship. We were just looking for somebody to meet up and, hang out with and whatnot and go on with that. Wasn't looking for anything serious, but it became something serious. What I mean by that, we both kind of work remotely at the time that we met, and actually still do to this day. So we're blessed to be able to do that. Um, we would get together. We had the similar schedule, like the 7 to 5, 8 to 5, or whatnot. And we was like, let's meet. After we initially met, we started working out together. Every 5 days a week, we would, get off work and meet up. And we lived in downtown Baltimore, not too far from each other. So we would walk and exercise and talk and get to know each other and laugh and talk about our day, what we've been through, what we've gone through, what we've learned. And it became a habit, and it became something I looked forward to. It became like, okay, I knew I was going to work. I knew I was going to have my breakfast, my lunch. We would text them throughout the day. Even when we finished working out together, we would come back, shower, do what we need to do, make some phone calls to family, friends, and whatnot. And then we would end back up on the phone again talking. And there was a couple of times he went to sleep on me. There was a couple of times I went to sleep on him. But the relationship kind of organically happened. And if you don't know, when I met Charles, I was 44, he was 59. So there's some big age gap between us. But you know something? We had similar upbringing. We were very close to our family, extremely close to our mothers. We had the love of our mothers. We were there. We were spoiled, very spoiled. We were mama boys, both of us. Um, and we just kind of got to know each other as we went. Um, I want to say 60 days had gone by, and I was like, wow, you're the first person I want to call, the first person I want to talk to. We laugh, we work out together. You're just an amazing individual. And hey, he had like has a military background, very clean cut, a guy's guy, family oriented. Um, know who he is very well. And we just kind of meshed very well. It kind of like just, happened. Um, and I'm a very upfront, and I don't like to waste people's time. I like to let you know what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. If something's going good, I'm be like, look, this is going good. This is a knock out the park. I'm enjoying it. Or something, this ain't working. I'm just being a Leo, being me. I'm just real blunt. I'm not gonna waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. I mean, if I know something is not gonna be, I'm not gonna get something out of something, or it's not gonna benefit me as a person. Why do it? Why? That's a waste of time. So we just went on and continued getting to each other, and I think it was. We were planning to do some things together. When I say some things, like take some trips or something like that together and whatnot. And I had a birthday coming up. And he was asking me, like, what are you going to do for your birthday? And I was like, I really don't do anything for my birthday. My birthday in the past, not speaking about last year birthday or this year, the last 2 years, but every other birthday after that was a hot mess. I mean, I was just like, it's just another day. I'm thankful to be alive. I would go get me a cupcake and just take off, or go to a spa and just, I don't want to make a fuss about it. He was like, no, we really got it. And I want to do something with you for your birthday. Now, him on the other hand, he really doesn't do his birthday either. So we kind of worked out really good on that. And I was like, okay, so let's do something. So we talked about it. And as we continue getting to know each other, it was one night we were ending a call and I said, I love you. I was like, well, good night. I hope you sleep well. And I love you. And then he got real quiet. He was like, you feel that way too? He's like, I love you as well. So it happened and we enjoyed it. We welcomed it. We were like, okay, let's see where this can go. Let's just go with this. We've been through things in the past that wasn't good. We've been through relationships where they were, oh my God, they should be in a book somewhere, really. We both have. He shared that with me, was very upfront with it, told me his part, the person part, why it didn't work. And there are actually a lot of his exes he's still in relationships with. But Charles and I are both relationships individual. Like I said, I've spent half of my life in relationships. I've had 7 major relationships that has worked to make me a better person and that helped me to get into where I'm doing now, being in a marriage relationship. Because, like I said, I did that work. I wanted to be that good partner. I wanted to be I never thought I would get married, to be honest with you. Um, I just thought I'd be a good mate. Um, I've been asked in the past by exes, you're going to be my husband, let's get married. And I always said, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And I wasn't, to be honest with you. I wasn't. No disrespect to them or anything. I just was not ready to get married. I wasn't ready to share myself with someone else when I was still trying to get to know me and work through my issues and traumas. And I'm glad I did that for myself. I was very upfront with those exes to let them know. Like I said, I was proposed to a couple times, but I just was not ready for it. But when I met Charles, it wasn't about being ready. It was about why not? Why not? This man has done nothing but showed me and talked to me in an amazing way. From this to this day, I see him as a king. I was like, wow, I'm enjoying this king's presence. I want to be in his presence. I want to be on the phone with him. I want to be talking to him. I want to spend all the time I have possibly with him. So it was a no-brainer. Age didn't have anything to do with it because I've met people that was my age that I was like, really? Or I've met people older that acted like they were younger than me. So it was just kind of like they said, two ships just docking at the same time and like what they saw, enjoyed each other company, enjoyed each other energy, and it just went from there and still going. And it's been remarkable. I would tell anybody it has been really good. And I smile every day. I laugh every day because he is truly a good guy to be around and an amazing guy to be in a relationship with. So that's our story. That is our story. And people ask us all the time, what made y'all jump the broom? What made y'all decide to do it? We just it was the right time. It was, and timing to me is everything. I do gut checks with myself, and my gut didn't have any objection. It had no, I had no walls up. I saw no red flags, and I'm one of those people. I look at that. I'm laser eye. I'm in on it. Okay, he said this and showing me this. So the what he was saying and what he was doing was matching up. Like I said, I mean, he's an older man and he's comfortable in his skin. And I love being around him because it's teaching me even more to do the same. Um, so like I said, it's been an amazing thing. What are we doing this week for our anniversary? You know something? Every day is our anniversary to me. Every day, every day. It we just make sure that we love on each other and spoil each other as much as possible. Um, it's to the point where if I'm taking my medicine at night or I'm taking my vitamins, I'm like, Charles, You got those vitamins, you got your medicine. It's just things like innate things that I do and he does for me that it's just like breathing. It's just like getting up in the morning. If I know that he's still in the bed or he got up before I did, we have a routine. I'll start the breakfast. He will feed the dogs and all the pets that we have and make sure they're okay. If he jump on and start turning his computer on and start turning it on, getting started, I got coffee going. I'm in there getting breakfast together or vice versa. We just work together. But I will say in the beginning, um, he moved in with me, um, and the two dogs that I had at the time, and he watched my behaviors. I had a very structured routine, and in that routine, I incorporated him into it, and it just kind of meshed. I asked him how do he like to be in the morning. Are you one of those people that you like to be approached first thing in the morning? Some people are not like that. Now me, it doesn't matter if I had an hour sleep, 2 hours sleep, 6 hours sleep. I'm happy go lucky. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to crush today. I'm ready to do some things. But for him, it takes him a while. And I'm not up in his face. Good morning, babe. I give him time to wake up, find his way. But after he find his way, the first thing he's gonna do, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, where I am. He's coming to kiss me, and vice versa, because that's the way we greet our day, and that's the way we end our day as well. But it has been when I say it has been, it was worth the wait. It has truly been worth the wait. And I hope I have this feeling and keep this feeling with me throughout all of this because he's not here right now. He's out, working. And I'm looking forward for him to get home so we could talk. And I love that feeling. It makes me feel like I'm 15 or 16 again, with my first love. Like, oh my God, I wonder what he's doing. I wonder where is he thinking about me because I'm thinking about him, that kind of stuff. I hope that stays in our reunion. So now what I want to do is just share some tips that I've learned in my first year of being in a marriage with a remarkable individual. And I thank God every day that He allowed this to happen for me to meet this remarkable person that I get to call my husband, my king. First tip, and now these are just my tips. Now, every relationship is going to be different. Um, and that's the beauty of it. But I think if you find some things along the way to help you in your union, it would definitely be beneficial. Definitely been beneficial because, like I said, I'm still learning every day, and I love that about this. Um, First thing, ask your partner their love language. Everybody loves language is different. Um, Look it up, Google. We got all of these resources here. Use it. Type in love languages, and ask your mate or your partner, your husband, your fiance, what is your love language, so you would know how to give them what they like. You know. Um, the next thing is laugh. We are some silly, silly guys. Both of us are 6 feet, bald headed. And you get us together, and we're like two little boys sitting there laughing and being silly and doing silly things. Um, and we call each other out on it. It's so funny. And I do stuff, and he's like, Nate, what are you doing? Babe, what are you doing? Doc, what are you doing? And that's his nickname for me. Um, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it just felt right. I'm just doing what feels right at the moment. And we would sit there and laugh and cackle about it and keep it moving. But keep that laughter there. Um, Throughout the relationship. Just laugh. It makes it funny. A lot of time we take things so seriously that we need to laugh about it. It relieves a lot of stress. Um, the next thing I think I was always heard and I thought in my past relationship that relationships have to be 50-50. To me, that's not the truth. That's not true. It is 100%. Given 100% of everything you got, no matter what. Both parties have to give 100%. Because I can think back in our relationship, my time with him, where I wasn't feeling good. But no matter what, I will fight through it. When I say I will fight through it, he's like, babe, you need to lay down. You need to rest. I'm like, I want to get up and cook because that's something that I do in our marriage is I do all the cooking and I enjoy that. I love cooking because I know that that's the way I show my love. That's one of my love languages is the act of service. And not only just cooking, but we sit down at the dinner table, turn the music off, and or pull out the TV trays and sit there and just talk with some classical music playing or whatnot. So that's our time to engage, or we just sit there and eat and just talk in between bites and stuff. So we'll put the dogs up, have the dogs in their play area, and we'll just sit there and just focus on each other. Or we may be sitting there watching a game or something together. But that's our time to ourselves. But I would definitely say 100% of everything that you got, because I don't want to give the person who is my mate, who is my lover, who's my king, I don't want him to get 50% of me. I don't want to be giving him 50% because he's worth a lot more to that to me. So I'm going to give everything that I got, every fiber of my being. I'm going to give it. God give me strength to not only serve him, serve myself, but be able to serve my mate, my husband as well. Um, the next thing, love is not love is not the end all and be all in a relationship. Love is not enough. There's so many other things that goes along that love is important. Don't get me wrong. Love of God, love of self, love of your mate. Um, there's things in a relationship that I had to learn in my marriage. Respect. Um, there are things I had to learn when it comes to respect that I would never say or never do to my mate. That comes from respect. And there's many other things, but love alone is not going to make a relationship work. There's so many other things that comes along with that. As another example, I had to learn how to close my mouth. When I say close my mouth, that close my mouth, shut up, be quiet, listen. And I'm gonna talk more about that later. The next thing, I had to learn how to communicate. I had to learn how to communicate to my husband. I had to learn how to not only communicate in a way that I'm talking at him because I don't want to be talking at anyone. I don't even talk at my dogs. Speak where it's like you almost have honey coming out your mouth. Speak with words of encouragement. Speak to the way you want someone to speak to you. I I'm not gonna sit here and be talking to my husband out the side of my neck and cussing at him and raising my voice and talking to him like he's a child or my child or anything like that. I speak to him like, not saying I'm like, hey babe, how are you doing? I speak to him in a tone that I will want someone to speak to me on a daily basis. Because at the end of the day, this is your mate. This is a person you sharing a bed with. This is a person you sharing your life with. You don't want to have a strain on your relationship where you guys got to be up there talking in dysfunction. Um, and I like to, when I talk to him, I like to make that eye contact. I want him to see what I'm saying. I want to see his face as he's receiving it. I want him to see as you see, I talk with my hands at times. I want him to feel what I'm saying. The next thing, when we have a disagreement, we don't have a lot of them, to be honest with you, because we sit down and talk. We sit down and talk and express ourselves, how we're feeling, how that made us feel. Um, Gave insight on all of that, and we talk all the way through things. We talk to the point where if you separate us, and let's say as a therapist separate us and ask, how do you think Nathaniel feels about this? Well, this is what Nathaniel shared with me, and this is what I see behavior wise out of him. So that's the way we communicate. But like I said, every relationship, every marriage is going to be different. You guys will find your love language. You guys will find the way that you communicate with each other. But I did not want, at this point in my life, I did not want any chaos, any dysfunction. I didn't want to be raising my voice, fussing with my mate, cussing at him, or slamming doors at him, or tell him, something, talk to the hand. I didn't want to be saying all that stuff. I didn't want to be doing all that because if I'm gonna do all that, why I'm in a relationship? Why am I in a marriage? Because all of those things are unhealthy traits. Um, we don't involve family and friends in what goes on in our four walls, in our household. What goes on in this 3 bedroom, 2 bath house is our business. And we keep that way because it's us against the world. So when you allow people to get in your relationships, 9 times out of 10, what they're going to do is tell you what they think. They're going to know your business and they're going to choose a side. And it's when you got married, that was one thing I remember. The clerk said to us, "Our marriage is a circle. It's us. Who we allow to come in that circle is on us." And what happens when they're inside, you can't blame them for that. You put them in that circle, in your relationship, in your mess, in your house, in your bed. And we chose just not to do that, not to air our laundry out. We work on it. We keep it tight with us. The next thing I put down was talk, 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 talk. And on the other side of that, listen, 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 listen. I love to hear Charles' point of view of things because with him, I get this amazing wisdom of a 60-year-old man, a 60-year-old black gay man that has lived and walked this earth before me and experienced things before me. So when I'm talking to him, I'm not only getting my partner, my heart point of view, I'm getting all that good wisdom that he has to give me as well. The next thing I put, keep the adventure alive. Um, we do things in our relationship that just surprise each other. I'm getting a text on my phone. Um, it was something I did, and I thought I told Charles that I did it, but I didn't. Um, I, I guess I forgot. It was something we were joking it with each other, and we joke with each other all the time. And Charles got a little flip mouth. He has a very flip, sarcastic mouth. And me being witty on stuff like that and on my within, you come to me, I'm coming back with you. We gonna go back and forth. But it's happy boundary. It's not like I'm trying to cut him down and he trying to cut me down. But he said something. I was like, Charles, you know something? You better watch what you talking. How you talking to me? I'm a pastor. I'm a reverend. He was like, what? He's like, Nate, no, you're not. Stop. I said, Big Daddy, I've been licensed to marry people since May of this year. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I took the class on the internet and got licensed to marry people. He's like, no, you didn't. Well, I had to go pull my credentials up and email it to him so he could see it. Charles read the certificate and all of that. He was like, you just full of surprises, aren't you? And that's my thing. I love surprising him on things. It wasn't that I tried to keep that for him. It was just something I did. I'm all about learning new things. So if I can pick up, accreditations or, SDUs or further training or certificate and all of that, the job that I have, my 9 to 5 job that I have now, I got that job for certificates that I've gotten from Johns Hopkins University, Stanford University for taking classes. So I tell anybody, get you some certificates. Go get some learning. It's helpful. So yeah, so that was just me keeping surprising him, keeping an adventure there, and we do things like that. I enjoy it. I love it. That pillow talk. Keep that pillow talk. Like, we go to bed at night. When we get there, we go to bed together and we talk about our day or what's on our mind and what's on our heart. And we just get each other point of view on it. I enjoy that time. That's my time with Big Daddy. That's my time with him just to laugh and talk about what we thinking. And it's like two little boys getting up in a big old bed and we're just talking. We're just like, how was your day? What did you experience? Tell me about something that was crazy or tell me something that was a highlight of your day or tell me a tough moment you had today. That's just our conversation. Or, hey, I'm thinking about doing this for the house. What do you think? That's our conversation time. And the main thing, talk money. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm scratching my head on this, okay? I'm scratching my head backwards. So I guess if you do not talk money in your relationship and in your marriage, it will be part of the downfall of that union. We talk it. We talk it. And the way you set things up, just an example, we have our private accounts and we have our thing that we do together for the household, for us. And I know that I got somebody at the end of the back, at the end of the day, got my back no matter what. And we just talk about everything that we're doing, everything that we're buying. Now, like, I'm a buyer, baby. I can buy. I love to buy, but I talk about things with Charles that I want to get, or I share my Amazon cart with him, or well, he's on the account now, so he can kind of see how how I be buying. I keep Amazon busy. I should have stock in Amazon. I should have a good 15-20% in Amazon and all the other platforms because I keep people busy. I want to give people job. So me having my stuff is very important. If I see something I want it. I work hard every day. If I want to go buy something, I want to go buy it. I want it. That's just me. But I do that within, reasons and stuff because bills come first. Savings come first. We wouldn't be able to do the things that we've done if we did not communicate it. So talk about the money. I don't do the hiding and all that stuff that I used to do in the past. I tell them real quick. I saw a recliner that I liked, and it massaged the back. And I have back. Well, I have bad back problems and stuff. Being a gymnast and a dancer and a cheerleader and all of that stuff, my back is not good. He was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." Now this is Charles. This is how he do. I'm sitting here talking to him about it. Next thing I know, I get a update from Alexa saying something's going to be delivered, and it was the not just one chair; it was two chairs. I'm like, "Oh dang, Big Daddy, you did that." I was like, "But I was gonna get that." He was like, "Well, we were talking about it, and I did it." I was like, "Okay, that's how we work." But you will find your way, both of you. But be honest about what you're doing. Okay, honesty is the key. What else do I have? The dating never stops. Like I'm sitting here smiling, and it's just the systemic outcome of the way I'm feeling on the inside. Um, it's the sending the flowers every other week. It's the surprise things that he could see me doing something or be like, "Oh my God, I need a thicker sweater." He'll just send it to me. And it's not about monetary things. It's about I can see him. I can be watching something or working or playing with the dolls, and I can see him just sitting there smiling, looking at me. I catch him doing that. I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "I'm just looking at you. I'm happy." And he has this big Kool-Aid smile, this big Medea smile on his face where he's just sitting there looking at me. And I'm like, that melts my heart. I'm trying not to get emotional, but that lets me know that gut check that you know something, you got you a good one. You got you a good one. And I like I said, I thank God every day. And I'm really getting emotional. Like once again, that's the love language that he gives to me that he knows that I need it. And that melts away a lot of past hurt and pain when you have someone loving you the way that you never knew you needed to be loved. Go figure. Um, the next thing is you must be willing to put in the work of your marriage, of your relationship. I'm still tearing up. You must be willing to do that work. Like I said, I'm just getting emotional about that. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for that man. There's nothing I would not do for that man because that is a good man. That is a good man. And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to say that about somebody that I get to spend a lot of time with. Um, the next thing, learn to say I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm still working on that one. I'm working on it. But and Charles has helped me to say that. Now I'm telling you, he has said sorry. I'm like because he don't be listening sometimes when I tell him things. I'm like, okay, sir, all right, you go on and do that. and I don't say nothing. And when he find out what I said was right, he'll be the first one to say, "Babe, you know what you told me about this? You were right. I was wrong." I'm like, "Babe, it's okay. It's okay." Because there's things that he's telling me. Well, let me tell you something about me. I get real smart about stuff. I don't like doing things twice. So if you tell me, "Hey, Nathaniel, go this way," I'm gonna go that way because I don't want to be wasting all my time. And if he shares something with me, "Hey, babe, I think you need to do this." Okay, I'm listening. Not only am I listening, I'm doing it because once again, I trust what he says. I trust him. I respect him. So if he got the time and the wisdom to say what he said to me, I'm gonna listen. But that I'm saying I'm sorry, definitely got it. You gotta be willing to bend and flex. Bend and be flexible in these relationships. Now, definitely don't have somebody taking you down to crackhead road, but be willing to be flexible and being with it at the same time. If you got you somebody good, um, do those daily checks. Like I asked Charles, he's a Gemini, so his mind is always racing. He's always thinking about 15 things at one time. I'm like, "Babe, what's going on? What you thinking? Tell me some of the things that you thinking about or that you got on your head, got on your heart today." And he would sit there and share them with me and tell me. And he's like, I'm thinking about everything. And I'm the type of person, I can be in bed with him and I can say, "You know something? I didn't spend enough time with the dogs today." I can be in the bed with him, be about ready to go to sleep. He's going to go to sleep before me because Charles, that man has the gift of sleep. When I say the gift of sleep, when he go to bed to sleep. Or something else. But he go to bed and he go to sleep like that in 5 minutes. Not me. Child, I gotta get some of that cherry tart juice. They say that's good, but I can have an hour or two or three of sleep and I'm good. But I know I'm working on that. I'm trying to get better with that. But yeah, no, I don't sleep well. I don't sleep well because I'm thinking about the things that I should have done that I didn't do, time that I spent on other areas. I'm one of those people. I literally get up out the bed and go back in the living room and play with the dogs to make sure that I gave them what they need. I grew up in a household where we were trying to survive and it wasn't a lot of checking in happening. Emotions. I wasn't taught. My mom and my grandfather raised me. They did the best that they could, but they were very. They didn't show emotions. They did not show emotion. We didn't become more emotional to as we got older. And then we would start hugging and kissing each other and saying, "I appreciate you. I love you." We just didn't show that. We were just trying to survive. So now I'm very cognizant of that. I'm very actively engaged in how the people around me are doing because I'm going to let you know what's going on with me. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to let you know. Like, look, y'all, today ain't a good day. Today ain't a good day. Get behind me, Satan. Today ain't a good day. But we're going to press on. So, and wrapping up, I just want to let you guys know that having someone in your life that wants to spend their life with you is an amazing thing. This is the newly ordained pastor speaking. Um, it is a blessing to have someone want to love you, to have someone to want to go on this journey of life with you. Don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. If you cannot give that person what they need, don't waste their time. Be honest, be upfront, because you would end up doing more harm than good because that person doesn't deserve that. To all of the six relationships that I've had in the past, I thank you guys for that. Truly, if you're listening, I thank you for that because you helped tie my tie along this journey. You helped gave me a place to rest. and cry and become better. And I thank you for that. Most of all, I thank God for this wonderful opportunity that He's given me to be able to connect with people, because I am one of those people. I love hard. And I understand that everybody don't love the way that I love. And that's okay. But please know, you're going to get it from me. You're going to get it from me because I felt like I was put on this earth to do so, to love. Doesn't matter what the world say. Doesn't matter how the world treats me. You're going to get that from me. That may be me saying some encouraging words to you. That may be me holding you accountable. That may be me telling you it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be a hotmess.com. But what are you going to do to improve that person? You. Because the first love starts with you and the love of your creator. Okay? I hope this has inspired someone. I hope this has been insightful. I hope this have made you think. I hope this have given you a little encouraging to know that love is good. Having a partner that loves you, a mate, doesn't matter how long you were together. Um, Hopefully, this will allow you to be a better person and a better person to be in a relationship with. Please take your time, subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out on IG, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, all over. I'm out there. Just Google Nathaniel Thomas Jr. Look me up, or just Google Brown King Production, and that's BRN King Production. Check me out. I want to know what you guys think. Send me some messages, some emails. I want to read them and check them out and conversate with you guys. I got some more great topics coming in the future. I have some people I'm going to be talking to so you can get to know and get a different point of view, and you won't be hearing so much of my mouth, because I can talk. So that's a blessing that I have, and I'm taking it and using it. But take care of yourselves. Know I love you, and come back and tune in next time. Bye.